YellowMotion.
Alright, so let's do this again. I've made the bitrate a little bit lower, so it should be able to watch it without any lag or anything like that. But with the YouTube streaming, I could go easily. I had easily the double of what I have now, but I hope the quality will kind of stay the same. But anyway, let's just check Ultra Hard 3. Yeah, exit. So yeah, let's just do story mode. Let's just do story mode. And thanks everybody for joining this stream. I'm really it's always fun to do this kind of stuff. Obviously, I want to do this much earlier, but I was very busy, private wise, and also with the latest video and everything. So, but I hope to do this kind of weekly in the weekends. And yeah. Welcome everybody to the chat. No, I'm just starting. You're not late. I'm just starting. We're gonna just start right now. Right, Jin Kazama.
Brisbane, Australia. A city crowded with buildings, new and old. Nestled amongst the towering buildings was a small dojo. A young man trained there in silence, his face hidden by the hood of his jacket. Day after day, Jin trained in the traditional art of karate. Ever since his betrayal by Heihachi, Jin loathed anything related to the Mishimas, his lineage, his fighting style, the devil gene in his blood, everything. Thanks to the dojo master's training, Jin unlearned the Mishima-ryu fighting style and mastered the art of traditional karate. Jin burned with desire to destroy the evil Mishima bloodline, his grandfather, Heihachi Mishima, and his father, Kazuya. Upon hearing rumors of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, Jin hardened his resolve to enter the tournament.
Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
That should do it. Yeah, it's been actually ages since I just played Tekken.
Round 2. Fight.
But yeah, I remember this game when it came out, and then I put it in. I was like really surprised to see like how different it was. Yet I was it was good and bad, and it wasn't like your typical Tekken game that you saw, like, you know, after Tekken 3 you got Tekken Tag, and then this. I was like, why did it change so much? And you know, the thing like, yeah, Jin is very overpowered in this game, and things like it's very glitchy, it's unbalanced, things like that. It's all because it had a very short run on the arcade, because it wasn't successful.
I'll break your face.
Round 1.
Yeah, it was,
Fight.
you know, this, I mean, like we know, every Tekken game comes out on the arcade, and the arcade in Japan is very important, and it will also depend on the success of that game when it comes out. Yes, Silver Demon, I will play Tekken Tag 1. It's just I just have to see how and when, but I will play all Tekken games basically.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
No.
You lose.
I
Round 3.
think my graphic card is GT 760 or something like that. One of those. I can't. I have to look it up. The Omen stance.
You round 4. Fight. You win. Final round. Fight.
Laser scraper. You know, one cool thing is if I if I push select, then you can see the the moves that you're doing, it's getting displayed.
Round 1. Fight.
So you can see which moves I do. Should be a good thing, I don't know. It was in Tekken 7. It's a neat thing. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty handy. You can actually know which moves you are performing and what those moves are called in real life. So corpse thrust, right sweep, you know, things like that. Avenger, we're gonna do the Avenger. Iron Fist Jin, are we going to see you in the Europe tournaments? I don't know, man, it depends. You know, when Tekken 7 comes out, first thing I'm gonna do is just enjoy that game. Just enjoy it. And as tournament-wise, I mean, Europe hasn't been the country of big tournaments like in the USA with Evo and stuff like that, but who knows? I'm like, when Tekken 7 comes out, I just want to, you know, replay that game again, just to relearn everything and just kind of let it sink in for a minute. I'm definitely not looking forward to become a pro player, to compete in tournaments and win stuff. First is gonna be just for fun, but who knows?
You lose. Round 4. Fight.
Jesus. Yeah, crack Marduk, guys. How many of you want Crack Marduk to be in Tekken 7? I mean...
Final round. Fight.
I've never heard on Twitter or any place, like, see the demand of, yeah, where is Crack Marduk, where is Crack Marduk? Yeah, you see, I mean, when I played the game at Gamescom last year, I played with all the new characters and I also played with Gigas. And first thing I noticed was, like, he doesn't play anything like Marduk. Not at all. And part of it has to do with because how Gigas is, with the big arms and short legs. And then later on, when some screenshots came out of the comparison with Miguel, then the internet was like, oh, so Gigas is Miguel, you know, but he has many moves of, you know, Marduk and Miguel, but it's a unique character. It's not like now with the recent story mode and everything, it turns out that, you know, maybe Katarina's father is, you know, Gigas, who knows. Oh yeah, guys, and also in this stage we can see Michael Murray. Did I point out where he is? Because he said himself that he was in this stage. Yeah, I just want to turn to show you here, the guy with the blue jacket. That is supposed to be Michael Murray. The dude, I'm going to, yeah, it's, yeah, the dude behind me. That's this dude with the glasses. That's supposed to be Michael Murray. Yeah, he's cheering. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Katarina's story in Tekken 7 is like he was it's just like his father, not his real father, but she was adopted, something like that. And then his father one day disappeared. So she enters the tournament to find out what happened. And Giga's story is like they enhanced martial artists with some, you know, potion to make them stronger, making them the new killing machine. So who knows? And with the recent, you know, episode trailer, we can see that Gigas is kind of fighting with Katarina, and then he doesn't continue. But then it's kind of like you remember who you are and you go after the Tekken Force dude or. Let's see the chat. Yellow, how do you think the new mode for Tekken 7 is going to be? I don't know. I mean, I talked about it in the video for a brief moment. Like, I expect it to be something new, you know, something new we haven't seen before in any of the Tekken games. So I expect it to be something where you obviously have to fight. So it's not going to be, you know, something related to sports like golfing or bowling or another thing like that, but where you have to actually fight, use your skill, but maybe just for fun, who knows. Yellow, I lost my hope for Kunimitsu. I believe that she won't be in Tekken 7. Master Raven will take her place. What do you think about her? Let me just say this. Look, Master Raven is Master Raven, right? I mean, I haven't played Master Raven because back at Gamescom it was only Akuma and Nina. But I'm just thinking it like this, you know. Kunimitsu is Kunimitsu, and if somebody who is similar to her, like being a ninja or anything like that, doesn't mean like, oh, she replaces Kunimitsu or anything like that. Like I'm not a Raven player, but I enjoy playing with Kunimitsu in Tekken Tag 2. So that is already a reason for me to say, like, yeah, doesn't make any sense, like, oh, we have Master Raven, so she replaces Kunimitsu as well. That's not a valid reason. But I do have to say this, that I haven't said before in any of the videos more clearly, is that, you know, when I... Oh wait, Paul is... Jesus. I'm gonna own Paul for a minute. You know, back then at Gamescom, because that is basically my only experience when I played Tekken 7, but it was 2 good days, so I could let it all sink in and enjoy the game. So back then we only had Nina and Akuma and the rest of the roster. Like, first thing, I was amazed about how huge the roster was at that time. Like, in numbers, it wasn't that much. It was, I guess, 28, something like that. But I was already like, this roster is packed, it's already huge. And we were just basically starting. And when I played the game, it felt very new to me. The mechanics, the system, it was really fun. And back at the time, because it was literally 2 weeks after I released part 2 of the prediction series, right? So I went back to that, and I went back with all the characters that I had, like, you know, Jun Kazama, Kunimitsu, Eddie Gordo, Kuma, and I was going back and thinking, like, would they fit in this game? And I was like, yeah, definitely. They would definitely fit in the new game and the new mechanics, because there were some unique characters that we haven't seen, and the characters weren't revealed yet, so... And it wasn't like, oh, you know, let's say Eddie Gordo isn't in Tekken 7, but you can still play him in Tekken Tag 2 or in Tekken 6. It wasn't the same. Like having characters such as Eddie Gordo or Lei Long or Anna Williams in Tekken 7 is something different than just say like, oh yeah, we can just play Tekken Tag 2 and you can play Anna as well, or Julia, or any of the characters that isn't in the game. So I do think that, you know, Kunimitsu is already redesigned in Tekken Tag 2, and she is also a very unique character in that aspect. And I just can't find a reason to say like why she wouldn't be in this game, you know. But the majority of it has to do with the demand as well, because it isn't like Harada gets, I don't know, tweets every day like where is Kunimitsu, you know. It happens once a while, but it isn't that much. So we'll see. I mean, you know, many people are still, you know, it's almost 1 month left until the game is out, and many people are still like, where is Lei, where is Anna, where is Julia, where are basically the characters? But I'm like, guys, we're just getting started. It doesn't mean like we have to see all the characters before the game is released. When the game is released, we are going to get more characters for sure. And like Harada has said, like, you know, if he's going to release a Tekken character, it will be free. It's not going to be paid DLC, you know. Okay, time to Tekken is My World asks, who do you think will be the protagonist in Tekken 7? Well, it's all focused about Kazuya and Heihachi, that's for sure. It's not going to be Jin Kazama. But Jin Kazama will have his part in the story as well. You know, just like how Tekken 4 is basically like the resurrection of Kazuya, right? But the spotlight is still on Jin. And the whole story of Tekken 4 is determined by how, you know, Jin entered the tournament and, you know, basically almost killed both of them. No, I don't believe that the guest characters are decided yet. It's we still have time. Don't worry about that. I mean, the reason Harada put that tweet out of tell me your guest character idea, that already says like he hasn't decided it. I mean, of course, maybe he already has some picks for himself, like, hey, this character would fit. And now he's basically, you know, putting the word out and see like, let's see if the audience agrees with me, like, you know.
You win. Round 2. Fight. You lose. Round 3. Fight.
But one thing I'm really looking forward to is the story mode of Tekken 7 itself. And not so much about the story itself, I mean that's obviously also very important, but more about the approach. Because that is one of the key points that they are really focusing on delivering a very good story, both, you know, story-wise, presentation-wise, and execution of it. Pretty much what they wanted to do with Tekken 6, but horribly failed to do so. Now I think they're going to, you know, deliver on it. Because one thing I'm really looking forward to
Round 1. Fight.
is, you know, how you will navigate through the story. You know, will it be something like, you know, Tekken 6, which I don't assume will be the case. And by that I mean the, you know, the scenario campaign way of, you know, free roaming and then beating some guys up and moving to the next stage. I think it's going to be something much more newer than that.
Round 2. Fight.
Hey there, Faded Blossom, how are you? Yeah, Claudio will play a pretty significant role. He is pretty much, people should not underestimate the role of Claudio in this game. I mean after all, he is a link between the Mishimas, you know?
Round 3. Fight.
Claudio basically has the power to nullify the Devil Team, which basically means to, you know, something to defeat it. And that's why Heihachi is after him, after the organization. I mean, I assume, you know, how pretty much Zafina was supposed to be a guided character for Tekken 6 with the whole Mummy Returns theme, but also it wasn't executed very well. I think Claudio has that same kind of role into moving the story forward and having several, you know, explanations for things that are coming. Raider Twix asks, how many characters will Tekken 7 have overall in the end? That's a very good question. I will give you my answer to that in part 3 of the video of the prediction series. Like what I actually think, like, okay, this, I think we can Like, because, you know, what I want to do is, with part 3, it's going to be more about the game after release. Like, okay, we are now, we've been this all this time, and now we have seen the reveals, and this is what we can expect after the release, as far as you know, the characters, the DLC, and everything like that, because it will depend on the lifespan of the game itself. It's definitely not the end, you know. And who knows? This is just the first DLC season pass model that is introduced. And if it's really successful, 1 year later we can maybe have a new one. Who knows? It's just something that has never been done for this series before, and I think that is very positive for this game and this franchise. Oh boy. How much do you think Sook, the Saudi stage, is important in the story mode? Well, I think it plays a very important role, right? Hey, Balba. 1019. It's a direct link to, you know, how Tekken 6 ends, with Jin being found in the desert, and yeah, I mean, the United Nations are after Jin, so Lars is also hunting him down, basically saving him. So it plays a very big role, I guess, you know, and also for Shaheen. You know, because, you know, the funny thing with Shaheen is like his, I don't know, it was, what was it exactly? His friend was murdered, something like that, of the company. And then it was taken over by G Corp or something like that, so... Oh yeah, this part. So Shaheen has also something to settle with Kazuya as well, for sure. You know what I'm really looking forward to? Because up until now it hasn't been spoken like in depth or something like that, but I'm really looking forward to the retelling of the previous games in Tekken 7 that concerns the Mishimas, and I do think that we're gonna see this scene, like how, you know, this whole scene, what we're about to see, is going to be recreated. If I have to believe Harada, you know?
様か。
Round 1. Fight.
Damn. Because damn, I would love to see this fight again in Tekken 7.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, Adamium 64. Yeah, Heihachi, young Heihachi is available in customization for sure. I mean, why shouldn't he be available, right?
所詮この程度の男か。不甲斐ない。その力、わしが全てもらおう。お前はここで死ぬ。
Round 1. Fight. You lose. Round 3. Fight.
Heihachi is owning me. Yeah, Jin Kazama, I mean, we're definitely going to revisit, you know, certain events, but it isn't clear to what extent, you know. I do believe, like, one moment, like, since, you know, since it concerns mostly about Heihachi and Kazuya, it will be their events, but let's just say, if you take Tekken 3 for example, it's still about Heihachi, and if it's about Heihachi, it's also about Jin, so you will get that whole scene again of Heihachi shooting Jin in the head and Jin turning into you know, Devil Jin basically. So it all links together one way or another, but I'm looking forward to see how and to what extent all those events will be shown. So I have also something to, maybe something to think about, is, you know, many are still hyped about, you know, when will we see Jun Kazama and how will she play a role in the game. So, you know, what if she is with Claudio's organization all this time? Who knows? Just as what if Lucky Chloe is the daughter of a certain person, you know? Could be all possible. Yeah, because think about it, Claudio's organization is super secret, like nobody knows about it, like nobody knows about it, about its existence. But they know about the supernatural things that are happening in the world, you know. And that's why Claudio is also surprised to see Heihachi, because he's like, how did you find us, you know? And Heihachi's like, hey, you know, you got some very interesting things about the Devil Gene, give it to me and show it to me. And Claudio obviously refuses, you know? Damn, I lost again. Let's concentrate. So I'm thinking, like, you know, Jun has disappeared all this time. What if she's in Claudio's organization? Who knows, right? It would easily fit with their costumes, you know, black and white. I've thought about it, but I don't want to focus on it, like, you know. But but I think that is, like, Claudio can easily be a gateway to, you know, showcase and portray Jun Kazama coming back into the story. I mean, that would be super sick in my opinion. And you know, guys, I mean, look, I myself, Just Dan 62. Who's your favorite Tekken character? Man, I love all the characters of Tekken, but obviously, let's just say, you know, Jin has been my favorite since Tekken 3. Like story-wise, you know, what concerns him about the Devil Gene and everything like that. But also Paul Phoenix, martial law. But it's mostly Jin that's really that I've really been invested into, and would like to know what happened to him. But it went on a low point with Tekken 6 because there was obviously a story-wise it wasn't a good game.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I mean, throughout the games of Tekken, guys, I mean the story it isn't like, you know, when they made Tekken 1, it isn't like they had the story all mapped out since now with Tekken 2 and Tekken 3, because there are some major plot holes in those games with several endings regarding several characters, and you can always ask and say like, yeah, but if this happens now, why didn't it happen back then, you know? I mean, same thing as like Kazuya, when Kazuya said like, hey, you killed my mother. Why didn't Kazuya said that in the previous games, you know? I mean, things are getting written and things are getting kind of mapped out. Yeah, let's watch it and I'll continue. Oh, look who it is. It's Jun Kazama. That statue is very important that you just saw. That statue, because just pay attention to every statue that you see in the game. It's directly linked to Akuma, I swear.
Kazama Junに感謝しろ.
Yeah, that statue is also in Tekken 7. I mean, what's also very interesting is how Akuma will play a role in this game, right? And he as a character is very, very important, and his meaning. You know, but you know what I think will happen with this game? It's obviously when we see the story of Tekken 7, and when we will see how Kazuya throws Kazuya off the cliff, and then the story continues and on and on and on, because we already know what will happen, right? We already know that Kazuya will come back, he will beat Hayashi, and he will throw Hayashi off the cliff. So, you know, I think first we will see how things are going to be played out, just as we have seen from the game, and then at the end, just like a typical movie, when it's the end, you will see like, oh, but wait, now here comes the reveal. This is actually how it happened, and this is how things got it into its place, and the truth behind all of those things and everything like that. Because it would be unnecessary to spoil it at the beginning and say like, oh yeah, look, I mean, for me, for example, when Kazuya was thrown into the volcano basically in Tekken 2, and maybe when they were planning to say like, oh yeah, let's kill Kazuya, and let's just show Kazuya and Jun Kazama in the arcade intro as kind of a memory thing, and when they got a lot of responses from the fans, they were like, you better no way no kill Kazuya, you know? And they were like, oh shit, we can't kill Kazuya. You know what, we're bringing him back in Tekken 4, and he miraculously survived the volcano, you know, he survived the volcano eruption. But I think you can now, in Tekken 7, you can explain that. This is basically your chance to give those explanations and those situations to make them more clear. Because for all I care, I mean, it could have been somebody else that basically saved Kazuya, or let's just say prevented Kazuya not from falling into the volcano, but just at the side, you know. Because you know what I think? There's this thing going on because Akuma is kind of... He has a promise with Kazumi, right? To kill Heihachi and Kazuya. And he is kind of watching behind the scenes, and if it doesn't happen, he has to take action, and that where he comes in Tekken 7. But I do think that Akuma has always been kind of watching from the background, something like that, you know, because there are a lot of questions, there are a lot of things throughout the old Tekken games. They're kind of put behind. It's like, oh yeah, let's just make this, but never come back to it. And now they really want to wrap it up.